Everybody, I want to introduce you to Lisa Hansen. She is the owner of the Sluice Box. This is a historic building here in Idaho City that they have decided to put on the market, and we're going to do a walkthrough tour, and she's going to explain a few of the amenities that this property has. So, Lisa?
Welcome to the Sluice Box, everybody.
Thank you.
The Sluice Box has been named the Sluice Box for over 50 years. The original owners were Ruthie and Larry Carter. I can take no credit about this building except for getting it back open and inviting everybody to come in. It's a great, great place to have. Let's take a look at this sign first that Larry went and got from the dump. Our county dump is just a few miles down the road, and he spotted this. It was the original sign from the city hall. He knew that he wanted it for the side of his building, but he needed to run home and get something and take care of some stuff, and when he went back to get it, it was no longer there. A gentleman had picked it up to go cover his septic tank. Larry went and paid him for it and brought it here to be on the side of the Sluice Box, and we now have we use that image as a souvenir line that we sell in our other location, Boca Collectibles. I have a few items here too that I'll just show you as we go in. Ruthie and Larry both worked here and lived here. They raised two daughters here. They were here on this property for over 50 years. The original owner of the property is related to our present mayor, and so there are people here that can attest to the longevity of the Sluice Box and the fun that it's become for this town. This area here, when we first bought it, was jam-packed full of stuff. First of all, we would not be standing here in this courtyard, but there was a set of steps here. That's my husband, Dean. He's my partner. He's back there in the background. And this was their entrance to their private living quarters. You can see that the steps go on up. There's a door there at the top. This is the exterior porch for their living space. And then let's go ahead and head on into the Sluice Box. I'm open on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, from Mother's Day weekend until the first weekend of October, which is our community celebration known as Idaho City Days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 11 to 6. People love to come in. Come on in the Sluice Box.
Well, I know every time I'm by here on the weekends, this place is packed. Cannot find any room to park. It's so full.
It's fun. We do have 3 parking spots out front that we reserve for our customers, and then we work real close to the school, so it's fun. They have easy parking access, or a lot of people just like to wander around town. This is my messy office area. As you can see, I have boxes of things. I'm still going through stuff, putting things out. The bulk of what is here is still original Sluice Box. Ruthie and Larry had so many things in here that when we bought it, we would not be walking any farther than this. We had never walked all the way through the building. This was as far as we got when we first got here. It was full from knee to waist height all the way down this hallway here. But you can see I've got, on the weekends when I'm open, this door is open as well. So the front door is open, this door is open. So that gives 2 entry points for people to come into the shop.
Walls are lined with inventory, which will be included in the sale.
It is, everything included.
Okay, great.
There's pellet stove here, which we've disarmed. These were fully in use. Ruthie and Larry had a lot of heating capability in here. I disarmed it intentionally because I knew that we would travel during the winter, and I didn't want anybody to think about starting a fire of any kind in the building and us not be here. As I pointed out earlier, we've run all new electrical. As you can see, that conduit, there's outlets, there's switches for all the lights.
So all of the electrical and plumbing is up to current code.
And as you can see, there's multiple rooms in the Sluice Box. I call this that middle room. This room over here I call the kitchen room. This room I call the book room. And as you can see, there's a lot to look at. People get lost in here on the regular, are so excited to be here. It jogs people's memories of their grandma, their aunt, their mom, themselves, things that they had in their first home. And so the popularity spans all age groups. The 2-year-olds are enamored by the place, and you'll see that I have a toy section. And the 102-year-olds are enamored also. Everybody can be entertained at the Sluice Box.
This is great. Great lighting in here.
Here's the door that goes to that space that's Marilyn's that I rent, that I was talking about. We'll pop that door open just real quick so that I can show you. This space here, I can't remember the last time I opened this door. This space is, I've walked through this space several times, but I haven't started to even take the first layer of the dust off the stuff here in this space. So whoever might get a first dig. I'm going to let you try and squeeze through there, Gail.
Is this the area that you've never really done anything with?
It is. And so it's where I showed you that it adjoins Maryland's space. I showed you from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look to your left, if you kind of move forward, you'll be fine. Just don't, just watch your step, because there is things all over, just like there was when we...
Right.
Always.
Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of stuff in here.
And so then that's the opening that goes to Maryland's space that I rent.
Down there. Okay.
So you can see that throughout the whole building, once you're in here, you can have access to the whole building.
Okay. This is great.
And as you can see, this is untouched in here.
Oh, the treasures that await the person that gets in there and starts digging around.
I'm telling you, I have names of people waiting for me to pull the vinyl out of there. There's all kinds of record albums, and I have names and phone numbers of people who want me to call them when I do. All right.
Okay. Onward to the next adventure in here. This is really an adventure.
It is. Now we're going to go to the center of the building. I've got, originally, I called it the cast iron room. I've sold all the cast iron that was in here. There was a ridiculous abundance of it. It was overflowing off the shelves. So now I've turned it into the man cave.
Oh, there you go.
And there's great things to look at every direction you go in the sluice box. I call this room the glass room. We're kind of towards the end of the day, so it's not as pretty as it is some days, but you can see the colors in all the glass.
Oh, yes.
And the sun
That would be
shining in
gorgeous.
these
And you
big
can see this from
windows.
outside, too.
Yes. This is the room that keeps people coming back in the spring, because they peer in through these windows, these great big windows. They get enamored by the colors bouncing off the glass, and they just can't wait to come in.
Okay.
Now we are going to proceed from the glass room to the children's section. Got more shelves with
look at all
collectible
the
items displayed
toys.
here. Those are Cabbage Patch dolls, which are back up in value right now. When we bought the place, just as a quick story, all of these were glass display cases, not just shelves. And on every one was a hasp and a padlock. And they were covered with either windows or old storm doors, something that made them a glass case with everything displayed behind that glass case. And in order to get more wide open spaces, we removed the doors. And of course, we want to sell things, so we gave people access to the items as well. And so it's just a fun building. People get enamored with the beauty of the tin that he used to decorate in here.
I love the little blinking Christmas lights, too.
This beautiful reclaimed wood that looks brand new. People ask me if I've redone this. No, Larry did this also. There's a spot here that there was an old Fisher wood burning stove. I have sold that stove, but I do know that if somebody was intent on wanting to make this their home, that they could replumb that and have a wood burning stove back here, because we are in the living quarters now. I use this for a part of the store. My goal has been to open up more space every year as I can, disseminate things in order to get it set as part of the store. And so living room here originally, kitchen here. And as you look, you can feel that is the case. That I still call this I call it the kitchen. Go back to the kitchen and look for whatever they might be asking for.
So what is the square footage of this building, do you know?
I don't know the exact square footage. We were just talking about this, and my best guesstimate would be in the 5,000 square foot range, but we've never physically measured it. No.
Okay, well, we're going to do that.
I want to show you that there is a storage closet right here. And so I use it for like my backup bags and paper to wrap with and things like that.
Okay.
But it's actually a nice closet. And then here is the bathroom.
Okay.
It was a hole in the floor for a shower when we first got it, but now we put in the shower stall.
Got a toilet,
put a toilet and a sink in. The hot water heater is here.
Shower.
This door leads out to the kitchen.
Okay. Great. And this is a good sized bathroom too.
It is. There's
Okay.
lots of potential all over the place. Sometimes not everybody has the gift of vision, but if you have the gift of vision, there's all kinds of promise about the Sluice Box.
Right. Okay. Oh, we got to go upstairs.
Yes. When we first bought the place, there was mattresses here and here. And I believe that in the wintertime when it got the coldest, because you'll look around and you'll go, holy moly, how do those people manage it in there?
Right.
I think that they came to this smaller space in the wintertime so that it was easier to manage the heat. The Fisher stove put out a lot of heat. It was
Right.
one of the old long log burning, and you could cook on it as well. And so I think they came here and they
Okay.
were just fine staying warm. Because you'll see at the top of the steps that there is doorways, doors on all the doorways.
Get a view of from up here down there. Boy, there's more doors in this place. Anything.
Larry was enamored with two places, one of which was the Winchester Mansion, the
Okay.
other the Bucket of Blood Saloon in Virginia City, and he wanted to build his own crazy eclectic place with doors behind doors
Right.
and stairways to nowhere. And both of those things exist in this building.
I have been to the Bucket of Blood Saloon.
And so
Very
I'm
fun
going to
place.
open this, Gail, and it's going to, like, you're going to kind of get crowded.
That's okay.
This was the girls' room.
Okay, I'm
When
gonna
they
I'm gonna
were-
do in here real quickly.
Okay.
Just oh my, look at all this stuff.
You're in the master bedroom now.
So this is the area. It's okay to walk through here?
Yes, you're totally fine to walk
Okay.
anywhere in here. This is the only spot that you have any challenge with, and that's where that stovepipe comes up from down
So
below.
is this one of the areas too where you
Oh, yeah.
haven't had a chance to go through anything since you bought it?
Well, we moved all this stuff here.
Okay.
So I can't say that I haven't touched it, but I haven't touched it.
Okay.
When we knew we wanted to get the place open by Mother's Day in 2015,
Mhm.
we got to the week before Mother's Day, and we had to say, holy moly, put stuff in boxes. We carried boxes back. We carried boxes up. And here is where I haven't touched again since that point in time.
Okay.
And then, so, master bedroom there.
Okay.
This bunk bedroom. You can see the built-in
Oh, it's
bunk
built
beds.
in.
This door goes up to the roof.
Okay.
There's a chicken walk right out here. You know, a chicken walk. And so you can literally get all over the top of this building by using this access point.
Okay.
Larry had he had chairs up at the top. You could tell that he had sitting places that he could in the winter when there's no leaves on the trees, you can
Right.
see to the highway.
Right.
Here in this one, he had a sitting place where he could see down Centerville Road. So he just made himself all kinds of little sitting areas.
How fun.
And again, I go everywhere in this building. And my goal is to let everybody go anywhere in this building. But each place that you go, you have to get to the bare space
Right.
so that you can clean enough and reset for the part of the store.
Okay.
And so that's what my goal has been, is that I work little by little at getting spaces clear enough.
Right. Well, there's so many places.
I want to
And
show
spaces.
you one more, go out one
Get
more
all
door.
this here.
And there's stuff
Okay.
all over all these places.
One more door.
Watch her step right there, Gail.
Okay.
It's where I took out the pipe from the heat stove down below.
Oh my gosh, there is another hidden room here.
We're going to go out to that outside porch that I showed you from downstairs.
Okay.
Bear with me. I have
That's
to find the
okay.
right key. There we go. Now,
Oh wow.
look at this beautiful bell. The beautiful bell is supposed to be on a post that is up by the windmill.
Uh-huh.
It fell and it didn't crack. Not anything. I just haven't put it back. I have the 4x4 down below to put it back
Right.
up. But you know, we had that earthquake. So.
Right. Okay.
And so you see now we're at that point where they use those steps from the outside to come
Right.
up here to the exterior porch.
right out there. Yep.
Um,
You can see it now exactly how it was.
There's
Yeah.
like a storage, just a
So here's another
dead
room of
space room.
stuff.
No stuff in here. Not
Okay,
really.
But it's got steps.
Yep.
Okay. So it's good for
And
storage
see,
too.
it would have another door that went out that way, except for I've got it nailed shut.
Have you counted all the doors in this place?
No, but you wouldn't even believe how many doors I sold, Gail. There's doors out in the backyard still that I haven't sold too because, you know, don't forget that Larry wasn't done building his building.
Okay.
And then I'm going to walk around this corner just real quick to kind of show you, so you can get the feel of where this goes. Again, watch your step a little bit, Gail, but we're fine. I come up here to check, so I have myself a pathway.
Right.
This is the enclosed porch off of the master bedroom area.
Okay.
Larry's sitting room, I haven't touched it. You see that I've got it block shut?
Yes.
I did it intentionally because, again, the binoculars, the Bible,
Right.
all of that is exactly, that room is exactly the way it was when we walked in here. Because I wanted to preserve, in case we ever got to this point, I wanted to preserve something for the people who would get it. And now we're above Main Street here.
Right.
And we nailed that door shut that comes up the steps. But that's, so you see how they had it so you could go to the exterior porch, or you could come in here to the inside porch and then to the rest of their living quarters.
Okay.
So it's quite the building.
Boy, it is. So would this building be on the historical registry?
It is not on the historical registry because, again, Larry started with what was dated back to the late 1800s.
Okay.
But the bulk of it had been built since the 1970s, just built with all repurposed materials.
Okay.
To make it look as if it belonged in the era of the gold mining days.
So it's a benefit that is actually not on the historical registry. So you can do what you want.
You aren't as bound by things, right?
There we go. Well, this is quite an adventure, being able to come into this building and see all of the different rooms and all the different things available.
You did already.
And so we're going to walk outside and do a quick walk around the building.
So, how many rooms did we count? I don't even know for sure how many rooms we counted, but
I wasn't counting. There was too many.
Yeah, it's so funny. If somebody asked me that question, I would have to think it through.
Right.
So now we're back at the front door.
Okay.
This cool open sign right here was here when I bought this place, and I thought that there was no way that it was going to work when I pulled the string, and it does, and it really is vintage. It's real neon. It's not a nowadays sign. And here is the front entrance.
Okay.
And now we can come out here and we can get a feel for where we were.
So here is Historic Main Street, Idaho City, right here.
And you see where I said that Larry had ways to get all the way to the top?
Right.
These are sitting areas up there. That's why that railing is around there. He's actually got benches built in up there. It needs some attention up there. If you look at snow pictures, you know that.
Okay, I'm going to walk around the corner here real quickly. So this is the corner of Main Street and Centerville Road.
One of the things I do in marketing is say at the corner where Main Street and Centerville Road meet.
Right. Okay, I'm going to stand back a little bit here.
This is that side door entrance that way back in the beginning of the video we talked about, so that you get a feel that you can have more than one entrance for people to come from. So that way they come flowing in the doors.
Right.
And now we're at the space that's not been touched. These two windows here reflects that space that when we were in the book room we walked into. That's filthy dirty.
It's part of its charm.
And then I leased this space to Marilyn, a friend of mine, and so she has secondhand mows in this piece of the building, and I would guess, my guesstimate about that space would be approaching 350, 400 square feet that she's using.
Okay.
That's
great.
Original.
Some of our local residents and some of the traffic. This has a lot of traffic on this corner. Visibility is absolutely fabulous for a commercial type of property.
Wednesdays and Saturdays are dump days, and so they're great days. That's the original apron. So.
Okay, can we walk around and see the additional property that goes with this?
Absolutely.
So there's a house next door. It's on a separate deed, and it is included in the sale of this property.
You want to go in the backyard or from the front?
The front.
Okay.
And if we can't get in, that's fine. If we can, that's great.
I don't know for sure if you heard back from her yet or not, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. If we can just get a front of it, that would be good too. So we do have 3 off-street parking spots right here for the Sluice Box.
So this space, originally, we didn't touch it except for emptying it out. And I leased it for the first 4 years to a lady who had a antique shop, and she did glass classes in here. And now, this spring, we've renovated it to the point that we've got our first tenant who lives here. It's a
Fully fenced.
it's a shotgun house. So here in the front, when you go in the door, there's a closet. You're in the living room. Then you enter the kitchen. Then you enter the bedroom and bathroom, which are side by side. And then there's a closet in the back, which is the master bedroom closet. And then washer and dryer hookups. And then you're out to the backyard.
Okay. Well, this is great. If we get a chance to get in here later, we can do another video on the interior of this home. As you can see, it's got a really nice fence all the way around it, so it's totally enclosed. And this would be a perfect place to be able to live and have your next door business in a unique, historic town. Lisa, thank you so much for the tour. This was
Thanks,
awesome,
Gail.
and I think people are going to be very excited when this comes on the market.
That's fun. Thank you.
Okay, you bet.